The female body operates on a delicate biological rhythm, but for 1 in 10 women, that rhythm loses its tempo, falling into internal chaos. Polycystic Ovary Syndrome, or PCOS, is frequently categorized as a localized defect within the ovaries. However, the condition spans the brain, through the bloodstream, and the entire metabolic system. The name focuses the attention on the ovaries, but the biology indicates a disruption that begins well before it reaches them. To see where the breakdown occurs, we have to look at the baseline. A typical cycle begins with a signal from the brain, directing the ovary to prepare an egg. In healthy ovulation, a single follicle matures and bursts, releasing the egg. In a body with PCOS, these brain signals arrive garbled. The ovary attempts to respond, causing multiple follicles to swell. Because the final signal never reaches its destination, the follicles stay trapped beneath the surface, turning into fluid-filled cysts. Without that release, the entire cycle comes to a sudden stop. While cysts are the most visible sign of the syndrome, the ovaries are merely acting on instructions altered elsewhere in the body. To find the source of those altered instructions, we must move our investigation into the bloodstream. The underlying driver of this process is a condition known as insulin resistance. This chart compares how a typical body and a body with PCOS handle a meal. To process a normal amount of food, the system is forced to produce massive amounts of insulin. This results in a chronic flood of insulin that remains in circulation throughout the body. This means PCOS starts as a metabolic glitch in food processing, which creates the conditions for the subsequent hormonal changes. As excess insulin travels through the body, it reaches the ovaries and begins to overstimulate them. This overstimulation forces the ovaries to shift their output, churning out high levels of androgens instead of maintaining a normal cycle. The primary androgen being overproduced is testosterone. The combination of high insulin and high testosterone is what causes the trapped cysts and the scrambled brain signals we saw earlier. The polycystic ovaries are the end result of a systemic shift driven by metabolic stress. Looking at the body as a whole, we can see how it is forced to react to this internal chemical shift. The spike in testosterone leads to the physical symptoms of the syndrome: unwanted hair growth on the face and body, severe cystic acne, and thinning hair on the scalp. Simultaneously, the high insulin levels act as a storage signal, locking fat-burning pathways while widening the pathways for fat storage, which makes weight gain rapid and weight loss difficult. The reality of living with PCOS is an ongoing struggle against a body that has rewritten its own chemical rules. Ultimately, PCOS is a lifelong metabolic condition that impacts the entire system. Because the root cause is metabolic, there are multiple avenues for managing the symptoms. Through targeted medical treatments, specific dietary changes, and consistent symptom management, it is possible to regulate insulin levels and lower testosterone. By addressing the metabolic origins of the syndrome, the hormonal system can be calmed and the body's natural rhythm can be restored.